Hello everyone and welcome, it's Shanna. Now today I've got this American Crafts 12 by 12 Christmas paper that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and I've cut it down in half, and I've also got the Peace Dove Seasons of Wonder dies from Stampendous. I got these from Spellbinders. They sent them to me to work with. And I recently did a live with them. And I wasn't completely content with the card that I made on the live, and I thought I would make a couple more. Obviously, I'm going to need a lot of Christmas cards, and so it's not going to hurt me to make some more of these. So I have die cut out all the pieces, and I've got them here in my little Dollar Tree tray. And I'm just going to get started on this. Now this paper, I did cut it in half, so now I've got to cut it down to, I'm just going to do an A2 size panel right now. We'll do some more cutting on it later. And then I'm going to take this lovely blue pattern paper as well and cut it down to an A2 size panel. We're going to make 2 cards today. And we're going to use this pattern paper for our inspiration for the colors that we'll be bringing on our cards. So I'm just bringing in some card bases, and I'm just going to get this pattern paper laid down on here. Now, as I was thinking about it, I decided I wanted to add a layer. And so I'm going to bring in some of the paper that I used to die cut out of the other elements. I thought maybe this scrap would work. It wasn't quite big enough, so I'm going to go get the other piece of it and lay it down on here. And so what's going to happen is we're going to have our bottom layer that actually matches the color of the tree that we die cut out. So, and then we'll trim that other panel down to 5 1/4 by 4. I was thinking about doing 3 3/4 by 5, but I need more landscape for the tree than that. So I'll just go 5 1/4 by 4, and that'll give us a nice little green frame around our pattern paper. I think I messed this one up, and I wind up bringing in the other sheet of it and cutting it again. I think it moved. I didn't use that plate there that you hold it down, the little plastic guard. You hold your paper down and it shifted a little bit. So I left all of my boo-boos in so you can see. And my husband's still coughing in the other room, so hoping that he'll dry that up before we get ready to leave for vacation. And anyway, so we're going to get this laid down on the green paper, and then it will match our green tree. And this is just a real simple tree. You know, it's just a simple shape. It's almost like a cylinder. And I'm going to bring in all of my elements. I cut some red out to kind of bring out the little red berries in the background paper, and then we just have some solid white doves, and we're just going to get these laid down on there, much like I did on my live. But on my live I used some suede papers on it, but this I'm just using regular cardstock. And I'm going to use my glass mat to line that up and to get the tip of my tree lined up, so that I get it placed really nice. And then we're just going to position these little red leaves just all around on our tree. And hopefully it'll draw the red out of the pattern paper and be very complimentary. This red wasn't the exact red I wanted, but I am committed to working through scraps, and I had scraps in my bin, and so I went ahead and used this red, and I think it worked out okay with the berries that are on there. And I'm just going from largest to small, just like the tree, and laying these down on there. I think this could be another good way to mass produce cards with this, because you could just die cut out a whole bunch of them at once and then just assemble them pretty quickly at once. And you could do different colors and make some variation there. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put this dove on here. And I'm going to use all 3 doves, all 3 of the doves. There's actually 4. One of them you can turn into an ornament. And I did that on my live, but I'm not doing it on this video today. And I'm just going to lay all 3 of these doves on this particular tree. And then on our next tree, we will only use, I think, one. Yeah, we're just going to use one on there. And I've got the piece, and I was like, how can I lay that? And I thought, that's interesting, laying it like that. And I thought, I like that. Now, I've also got it in gold. I was trying to decide, do I want to use the red? Do I want to use the gold? I had it in green. And I decided that I had enough green with my tree and my background panel. I just took one of my Cricut markers and just filled in where his eye was in black just to make it look like there was an eye there. And I'm going to get these other two laid down on there. And we're going to get this third one laid down there, and I think we'll darken his eye too with my little Cricut marker. And then we'll just get our piece glued up and get it laid down on here. I really like that scripty font that the piece is in. I think it's really pretty. And you could take that thing out and use it with lots of other stamps and die sets that you have for Christmas and use it on different cards. I think it's a great addition to my craft room. Glad to have the piece. And the doves, you could use them differently as well. Somebody has suggested on the live that you might be able to take the wings to the ornament dove and make it a bat if you kind of played around with it. Now I've got these Stampendous cinnamons, and I have got the Season of Wonder cinnamon, and I have got the Christmas Blessings cinnamon, and these are fantastic. If you need some sentiments for your cards, you need to get these because there's just tons of them. You've got 14 stamps on the Christmas Blessings, and you've got 10 stamps on the Season of Wonder. And if you like to send religious cards, the Christmas Blessings will fit the bill for that. So there's lots of reference to the true meaning of Christmas on that one. And then the Season of Wonder is a very nice one as well. Happy holidays. May the gently falling snow bring peace to your family, dear, and may joys ever grow throughout the coming year. May the Christmas season fill your home with joy, your heart with love and laughter. Although we won't be together this Christmas, know that you're in our thoughts as always. Celebrate the wonder and joy of the season. That is the Season of Wonder. And then Christmas Blessings, you've got things like, we hear the Christmas angels, their great glad tidings tell. Oh, come to us, abide with us, our Lord Emmanuel. And you have, oh, morning stars together, proclaim the holy birth, and praises to God the King, and peace on earth. And the love of the Son and God's peace. So really great sentiments. And so I decided to bring the pattern paper in and try to stamp it down. I tried my lumberjack plaid, and that, I think I've mentioned it on my videos before, that thing came in so inked up I almost can't use it. And it was a long shot, thinking maybe I might be able to use it, but I went ahead and brought in my Memento black ink, and now I'm just searching for a die that I can die cut it out with. And I'm just going to use this little scallop die. I thought it'd be fun to have the pattern paper on the inside. Originally, I was going to use the whole sheet there until I messed it up with a red. So we'll just cut this down, and then we'll put this on the inside of our card. And for that one, I chose, may this special season find you among those you love with gifts of joy and peace. And I chose that one since we had peace on the outside of it. So I'm just going to get it laid down on the inside of the card. And I had a little, I don't know if you'll see it, I had a little bit of I had trouble with it. It kind of glued up there. And so I had a little rough glue spot on there. I tried to clean it up a little bit. That's what I'm doing off camera. I left all of my boo-boos in. And I'm going to lay this down, and then after I get done with the video, I will take an extra dove and put it over that little tear on my cardstock, and it'll cover it up, and then we'll have a little dove on the inside. But I think this turned out pretty. I really like it. I like the color scheme and the background paper, and I think I like this one better than the one that I originally did, which I will show you at the end so you can check it out in case you didn't see that live. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this. I'm going to take the same colored cardstock that I die cut the tree out and layer it up and use a background layer for that. And then we'll go down to 4 by 5 1/4 on this. So they'll be relatively similar. And that's what I mean about mass producing. You could get a bunch of these pieces of pattern paper ready to go and then just do a bunch of die cutting and just make an assembly line and just get these assembled. So I really love blue and gold and blue and silver for Christmas. I think they're fabulous. And so I couldn't help but picking up this piece of paper and getting it laid down. You know, actually, I picked these up at Michael's. I did not get these at Hobby Lobby, now that I think about it. So I got that laid down on there. And then I had originally thought I'd do that lighter blue, and then I thought that doesn't match it very well. So I went digging for another piece of blue, and I got this darker blue, and I think it matches pretty well with it. And I thought, well, I've already got that one die cut out, so we'll just go ahead and layer them up, and we'll have just a little thicker tree that we'll lay down on there. And we'll line it up. Looks like I did a pretty good job of getting that positioned right off the bat. And this one we're going to do a little bit different. Now for these leaves, I tried to match up a similar color to what was in the background paper. So it's kind of a taupey color. The color in the background paper was between a gold and a taupe color. And I thought about die cutting out in gold leaves, and then I just decided I got these cut out and I like them well enough, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. And so we'll just get these laid down on there, much like we did the same. And I'll just speed this up. So I'm laying these down on there much the same like I did the other one, kind of in a little different position, but we'll get them all laid down here rather quickly. And then I'm going to bring in one of our doves. We're going to actually just put one dove on here instead of the 3. And I actually had more of them die cut out. So I'm going to just layer 2 of these together. And then we'll get it on our tree. And I kept the little dot and the glue on the one on top. And I tried to put a lot of glue on the back so it would stay in. And then I just colored that dot that was on there with my black marker. And we're just going to get this one laid down. And then I thought we would take our piece and just lay it across the center of the tree. And I think it looks pretty on there. And, you know, just keeping it very simple. And we'll get it laid down on there. And I think we've got a nice card front. So I'm just laying my acrylic mat on there and letting that dry, and then I'm going to work on the inside of the card. I'm going to look for a sentiment, and I will decide to go with, "May the true spirit of Christmas fill your heart and home with warmth and joy throughout the year." And that's the one that I'm going to choose to use. And you're going to see me look at them. I'm still looking, trying to decide. And then what I'm going to do is bring in some of that paper that my bottom layer paper, the blue that I cut the tree out of, and I'm going to die cut it with one of my Spellbinders labels and tags dies. It's called Scallop Labels and Tags, and it's a good layering one. And I've got a pretty good size on here because I'm going to fill up the inside of the card with this, and it kind of stuck to my stamp there. My stamp's real sticky because it's new. And I'm just going to ink it up with Memento Black ink. And we'll do a couple presses. And we've got a great sentiment. And then while I was stamping this, I thought, I'm going to bring some more of that background paper in. I think it would look lovely. And so I'm just going to die cut another one out of the next size up, and we'll layer it up and get it laid down on here. And I think it looks pretty. So I'm doing really good today on finishing the insides of my cards. A lot of times I won't put the sentiments on the inside. And today I'm doing a great job of getting my cards done on the inside. However, I do need to stamp my personalized stamp on the backs of them. So I'll have to do that when I get done. Now I've got a couple of doves here, and I decided I'm not going to layer them. I don't need that added thickness on the inside, but I'm just going to lay one down here in the corner, and I think it'll be nice. It'll kind of bring the front of the card on the inside. I think it turned out really nice. So I hope you like them. I'm going to show you the card that I did. Here's the one I did on the live, and I just wasn't completely happy with it. But thanks for watching, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.